Follow us on Instagram at Express Truth Show.
Yes, people, it's the Express Truth Show, making Thursdays great again. We're back up in the building, people. Shout out to the Patreon crew. People, if you're not already, head over to Patreon, support the show, behind the scenes content, early access, all of that, people. Head over there, man. Steven, what you saying, man? What's going on?
It's the Express Truth Show, back up in the building. Great show on earth. All that gas and jazz, your favourite podcast. Changing the world one Thursday at a time. There, fam, what you saying, man? Talk to me nice, G.
Yeah, man, we're chilling, man. Relaxing, taking it easy. Better late than never. I know we missed last week, very good reason. And I hope you're enjoying the vlogs, you know. If you haven't, head over there right now. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, man. We're coming with these vlogs back to back. Cake and soups worldwide, man. That's the new vlog brand. So you never know where we might pop up. One day you might turn on your and say, oh damn, these men are in the middle of the North Pole. You might turn it on the next day. Damn, these men are in the desert on a camel.
Damn, how the man's got on the moon?
You might turn it on a man on the moon, man. Just make sure you like, share, and subscribe, people. So what you saying, Steven? You want to kick it off like a game of FIFA?
Gang. Buy some blood clot merch, is it?
Yeah, man. Cop the t-shirts, people. Dynamic duo business. Making Thursday. There's loads making Thursday.
I'm not just scrolling. I'm looking for things.
Nah, no problem, man. No problem.
Well, I know where we're gonna start, but I don't know people's names. That's why I'm on.
Okay, so I can ask you for the names, yeah? Yeah, because we're doing it a bit different today, people. As you can see.
I didn't know names.
Yeah, man. As you can see, we're doing it a bit relaxed, a bit different today. So, okay, I want to get into this topic while Steven's getting the names together. Let me just break it down. You got it already, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just...
Get a background, man.
As we say, let me lay the table so we can eat.
Thanks.
So, there's a topic here that's been viral on social media. Non-stop stories being spread about this topic. And I think it is something important to discuss. And that is Russell Simmons' daughter. Now, Russell Simmons has a daughter who was dating a 65-year-old man. Now, this 65-year-old man meant to be worth 500 million, and because of that, social media almost made it. Well, let me reword it. Some of social media made it almost okay. So I said to myself, it's crazy because just a few months back, we were all outraged at the P. Diddy situation that he was dating a 22-year-old when he's 37. So I'm saying, so where's that same outrage? This is a 65-year-old and a 19-year-old. But when I check the comments, and I'm not talking about 100% of the comments, but a large percentage of the comments were almost condoning this and talking about how, I'll just say it, man. Get that bag, sis. Get them coins, sis. I would do the same. I need to find me a sponsor. Things of that nature. So what we're doing is we're saying it's okay to let go of our morals at the door and do anything based on money. Because we're dealing with a man who's 65, out of shape. Let's keep it real. The only thing he's got going for him is money. So let's call it what it is. This is prostitution almost. It's prostitution almost. So what I don't want to happen is 10 years from now, the little girl, when we say little girl, she's a grown woman because 19 is an adult. But this 19-year-old woman can turn around and say, I was a victim. This man coerced me. Like, we're seeing what's going on now. We can see that she's happy in her situation. So let's not make this person a victim in the future, because what we're doing now, you know what social media and society has done on a whole? We've got rid of the word accountability, and we've made it okay to go against your moral compass and then down the line say, I made a mistake, I was actually assaulted, or I was actually coerced. And that's a get out of jail free card. Whereas what we should be saying is what the minority are saying and being shunned for saying so, which is, if you knew better, you do better. Because a lot of folks know better, but they're not doing better. And what we're doing is we're taking away the importance of these words. Words like rape, sexual assault, sexual abuse. These words are not meaning the same thing they used to mean, because there's people that are just using these buzzwords to gain sympathy when it's not the truth. What are you saying, Stephen?
Even the use of the word coercion is wrong 9 out of 10 times. Because coercion actually means, I'm fed up with hearing it.
Yeah.
The practice of persuading someone to do something by using force or threats.
Okay.
So, once again, from this definition, let me use the little grey matter I possess upstairs. Does that not mean if you were coerced, someone forced you, someone threatened you? So, if you were rewarded monetarily or materialistically, that don't sound like it's coercion by this definition, because you weren't forced or threatened.
Facts.
If you were given money or something that equates to money, were you forced or threatened?
No.
People throw around words. People throw around, cousin of prostitution is prostitution. Yeah. People throw around words. They don't know what they mean. Coercion, you don't know what it means. And there's been a million videos where I saw, they love doing them ones where they stop people on the streets. A guy did one time, and this is when Andrew Tate was like hot. And they were like, what do you think of Andrew Tate? He's a narcissist, He's a narcissist. Why is he a narcissist? What is narcissism? I've actually got to get to class. Because it's all regurgitation, man. Monkey see, monkey do. But alright, we were talking about, I got the names here. So the girl, the female in question is, I'm going to pronounce this mad because people can't have normal names no more. Akoi Lee Simmons, 21, and Vittorio Asaf, 65.
That's the cat who's worth 500 M's.
Who have reportedly broken up.
Yeah.
After this holiday whirlwind romance. And people are saying like, she's learning how to navigate the world independent. What the fuck you doing with 65-year-old?
It's wrong.
Your last name Simmons? Wasn't this the same one who was dogging her dad online? Was it her?
Same one.
So she's probably been cut off then.
Apparently the pops ain't got bread again either.
So
allegedly.
So that means you were brought up that badly then, in terms of like, you have to have this, you have to have that. That you'll whore out yourself to an old man.
But that's what it is. That's what it is.
For it sounds like what really happened is he got the pum pum on the holiday and fucked you off.
Yeah, because he
probably traded you in for a 19-year-old model.
Yeah, facts. I remember he was trolling because he was like literally underneath the girl, taking like a close up.
You weren't trolling, fam. That was probably for the collection, G.
See what I'm trying to say?
You weren't trolling.
So what I'm saying is, we literally spent months on social media. We've actually even created slang based off of the Diddy thing. I'm not saying whether it's wrong or right, because again, the Diddy thing, I don't know what's what, because it's all hearsay from what I see. But when it comes to let's just focus on the age gaps. 37 and 22, 65, how old's Akoi?
21.
Oh, 21, so I was saying 19, so apologies. 37 and 22, 65 and 19.
46-year-old.
And there's nothing but big women in the comments condoning this kind of stuff, talking about get them coins. So let's just say what it is. A lot of these things are exchanges. They're exchanges that end up in regret years later. And based on that regret, people then turn around and say, I wish I didn't do that. Matter of fact, my man had Professor X powers.
Mark, I heard some wise words recently, and I know they were wise because I wrote them. You can't sell your dignity and then complain about the price.
Facts.
That makes sense?
Doesn't make sense whatsoever. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense what people are doing.
You sell your dignity, you sell your soul, you sell your front, you sell your back. Whatever you sell, whatever people have to sell, what people won't buy. Because things are only worth as much as people are willing to pay. That's a car, a watch, a pair of socks, a house, your front, your back, your integrity, your dignity. As much as you're willing to sell it for, as much as someone's willing to pay. Well, right now we're in Gambia, where this is literally the place of nothing as a price.
Just before we get into that then, because we're going to go in now. People, we're about to get into some real... It's going to have some X-rated content in it, yeah? So if you're if you're an older person and you're sticking around, I'm telling you from
Or
now,
a younger person.
a younger or an older person
He's easily offended.
well, not even that. It's gonna get graphic because we're gonna have to break it down.
Offended.
So, lock off at this point if you don't want to be around for that type of content, because we're gonna have to break this down, because this sex tourism thing is something that we have to address and express truth. We popped up. We're in Gambia and we've been here for quite a few days now, and we've got quite a few, on the other side.
And this is especially if this is my first time.
And this is Stephen's first time,
So
but
I'm seeing it for real.
the sex tourism, we're gonna address
And
it.
it's
So go on, let's just get into it, man.
It's boiled my blood quite a lot. We were in the gym.
Paint the picture.
We were in the. I'll start here. We were in the gym the other morning. Mark and myself ran into a Dave, a Barry, a John, yeah, English fella, yeah, Caucasian English fella, and he's like, yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, I've been here. I've been there. Name anywhere on the continent, man's been there. Said he's run through things, even Rio de
That's
Janeiro.
English from English, because this is sex tourism.
Said he's been this part of the continent, that part of the continent. He slept with this one here, that one there. Gave this one a litre of water for the front over here. Gave this one a Snickers bar for the front over there. So all kind of nonsense. And he was telling us like, oh yeah, my mate's in bed with one now. I think he said his mate's 70 and the girl was 19.
I was 19.
19, yeah. And I'm trying to say, where else, other than these, I'll be real, let's be real, because I'm not being...
Yeah, we're keeping it, disclaimer, we're keeping it real, peeps, as always.
Anywhere you would describe as impoverished, this happens. So it happens on the continent, happens in certain parts of Asia, like Thailand, for example. It happens, you got places like Colombia,
Caribbean.
Jamaica, other parts of the Caribbean. It happens everywhere where there's an impoverished state financially. So obviously it's 95% Muslim here. So you have certain people who don't keep up certain things. The other sprinkles are Christianity. But it doesn't matter, man, because I've seen some of these guys on the sex tourism thing walking around, and the women are in the full traditional. We saw that today, Mark, when we were walking back.
And today's Eid.
And today's Eid. Well, no, Eid's just gone at the time of this dropping.
Yeah.
And they're fully just sitting down having breakfast, skinning out tea, where. And once they get home and the doors close, they have to keep up a mazza, and if they're not willing to do it, there's 10, unfortunately, there's 10 girls behind them who are willing to do so. And it goes the other way as well. You got enough English women coming here. And listen, don't think I'm just attacking white people, because it's people of colour getting involved in this foolishness as well. I was surprised. Mark had to school me on it, but I was quite surprised to find out. We've seen sisters of colour as well who do the same thing. And I said, yo, what are they doing? I said, yo, there's man everywhere. Because Mark gave me a story about the last time he was here. What did you say? You were in the barbershop. He was in the barbershop.
I'm gonna break it down.
I'll just get it lightly, but you go into detail. He said he was in the barbershop and said to the ladies, was it two of them with two man, something on it?
Yeah.
So there was two ladies. I just want to get it right. There was two ladies walking with two young Gambian men. And Mark,
sisters, as in could be our moms.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that age.
Yeah.
So and Cake being Cake. Yes, ladies. Yeah, all right. You're fine, man. And they're like, yeah, of course, because there's nothing going on in the UK. So I'm trying to say, and I want you to give this analogy as well. There's no accountability thing. And I'm not just putting it on, in this instance, it's on women, but it's just a global phenomenon. And when I say that, I mean like, people will never look down and say, okay, this relationship I've been in, it's gone wrong. All right, let me hold my hands up because I did X, Y, Z. Because no one's ever 100% innocent in any situation. But the ladies nowadays, with these coercion words, narcissism and stuff, there's a certain demographic that can't take accountability or take responsibility for their actions. Facts. So instead of doing that, you'll cuss every man in England because clearly you've spoken to every guy in England, whether in black, white, Asian, Indian, you've spoken to every guy in the UK. So we're all no good. So let me fly go yard, let me fly come to Gambia, let me fly go Kenya, let me fly go this or. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then a lot of people will be like, And the worst thing is, because you're not even, and the worst thing is, it's not even like, fair enough, you come away, you know, you might have a holiday romance, or you might genuinely find someone somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because the world's a big place, you know, like the love of your life might not be directly in your
That's a fact.
geographic vicinity, you know what I'm trying to say?
That's a fact.
So there could be that, but a lot of it's not that. And I said, Mark, because I saw one over there, and I said, yo, she look good, you know. I said, what she do? No disrespect, like, to the brothers, because they are brothers. They look like man, but they're just from here. But I was like, yo, what's she doing with my man? Because I'm saying, she looked good and all of that. My man was walking around. As the man was walking, his flip-flop flew off his foot. Mash up. One sock on. Cut off foot pants, but the pants not even cut even, all them thing there. Marina tear off. It's in better days. So, yo, she could get mine and all of that. But Mark's like, nah. Because the things they make them do here,
Different, fam.
man, I'm front, back, left, right, up, down, X, Y, circle. Like you're playing PlayStation games, bud.
Tag me
Them
in
man
that
have
Booker T,
to.
fam.
Hold on, man. I don't know. It's getting warm now, you know. Because them man have to keep up anything. And you know what they're being rewarded with?
Pittance?
Penny farthing,
It's not even funny, it's not even
shillings.
funny.
It is funny. Shillings. Man, I getting like, alright, I think might throw. Yo, here's a $200 last year, man. Which is £2 or just under. It's either £2.
It's either 180 or 220.
Yeah.
Depending where you convert it.
Where that buying at England? That can buy a corner chips in 2024. The fuck?
Nah, you can't
What
do
is-
nothing UK
what is that
side.
buying?
You can't do nothing in the UK. But you could stretch a little further out here.
Much further, Mark.
Yeah. You can get you could actually feed for a week with that. Out here, facts. Because remember that Benajin thing that we bought yesterday?
Traditional Gambian
Yeah,
stuff.
that was $200 for 3 portions, and that could last us days if we wanted to make it stretch. So alright, tag me in like Booker T.
All true, man.
Alright, so the sex tourism thing, yeah, it's bad, people. Now this is my 3rd time here, yeah, but when I first come, I was with my parents. I didn't really understand certain things. When I come last year, I kind of seen things a bit clearer, but this year I'm seeing things. Now, I got a little brethren, yeah. Hopefully you don't see this, but got a little brethren out here, one of the Gambian brothers and that, who, you know, he just facilitates certain things for man. If we need A, B or C, or he'll make sure that the locals ain't ripping us off and things of that nature. But he's a cool brother, so we look after him, you see what I mean? But I got talking to him and that, and he's like, yo, and yeah, I'm one woman's front. And I'm not even trying to be funny, so Stephen, don't even laugh on the end.
What?
Or say no jokes, because this is serious. This is serious. I'm not trying to be funny, people. It's just the way how it sounds.
Mama's
But
eating a saltfish fritter.
he said that he knew my woman's front, so I
Straight from
said,
the factory.
what you mean? You know my woman's front? So it's like, I'm gonna keep it real. He said a white woman offered him an amount of money to perform fellatio. Is it called fellatio?
Fellatio.
To perform fellatio on her. She offered him money to do that.
Fellatio, or layman's terms, to lick the fish pie. But go on, man.
Yeah. It's not funny again, people. Anyway,
The whole
people.
big gravy.
Anyway, folks, when I seen this woman, you know, I said, yo, I seen this woman, I said, you couldn't pay me enough money. There's no price she could put on that. Man's like, yeah, poverty, and I'm like, you man need to start learning stubbornness. Like, you're doing things like, it's almost like a humiliation thing. Like, it's almost like a humiliation thing. And it's not even just, I'm keeping it real, people. It's not even just the white women doing this. There's women, like big black women, 50s, 60s, with young boys, 21, 22, 23. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, yo. And even with a lot of the white women, you have to think to yourself, you know, back home, they would make you believe that we're undesirable.
Thanks.
But then they're flying over here and taking advantage of these men over here. And let's keep it real, like, this is a big part of what a lot of these people are here doing. I'm keeping it real, like, me and Steven's in the gym. I know he's built on the story, but I'll add to that. Like, the man was literally like breaking down how he's out here exploiting these girls. And like he thought that was cool, and what's even worse is he felt so comfortable telling me and Stephen, these girls could be, of course we're Jamaicans, but you know, we're all originally from the continent. So these girls could easily be man's daughter, sister, cousin, you know what I mean, friend. Like I'm saying, yo, you man are just out here violated, man. Because back home, I'm keeping it 1,000. I don't think none of the UK black girls are gonna touch none of them, man. Which is why they're making this trick, because they can come over here and exploit these women. You see what I mean? The man was literally saying to us, yeah, man, my brethren's 70 and that, and he's in bed with one 19-year-old. What kind of nastiness is that, man? What kind of nastiness is that, man? It's every what's going on out here, man. It's every, and I know it happens all over this globe. I mean, I've seen it in Thailand. I've seen it in Dominican Republic. I've seen it in Cuba. It's sad. The sex tourism thing's sad, but what it's loads of people taking advantage of this thing. The black women, the white men, the white women, they're all taking advantage. You get me now? It's different if you're saying that a man's come here on holiday and he's earning, or he's meeting gal and talking to gal. That's a different thing. Would you agree?
Fact, man.
That's a different thing, isn't it?
If you come,
but if you have to pay for front, fam,
if you come,
you violated, man.
Let me add to that. Let me add my two.
Yeah, man.
Don't look bad, innit? Let me add my 2 cents to that. It depends in what capacity, you know, because as you grow as a man, you learn to realize and you mature and say, everyone pays to play in some capacity, you know. I'm not trying to be raunchy. I'm not trying to be vulgar. I'm just being real. So the whole process of courting and dating, I know it's kind of dated now in this day and age. It's kind of gone out the window. But you're paying in some regard. You go cinema, Nando's, petrol, Uber, taxi money. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you give her a little 20 here and there. Throw something, even though that can't do nothing again, Mark. Throw something on the meter. This is a couple years. I'm going back years now. I'm showing my age. Because they can't do nothing now, you know. Bloody hell. 20 quids a day. But here's a little something. You know what I'm saying? You're paying in some regard. And I know people are like, nah, it's different. It is, but it isn't. It is because you're not directly saying, here, have this and sleep with me, please. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then it's not different because, all right, I blow your back out. I say, yo, baby, here's 50 quid. Let me zoom in your poom. I want to make your eyes roll back like as the price is. Because they said Tesco, every little helps and that. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you pay these bills. Here's some change. Now do something strange. Please, here's a tenner. Put your mouth on me. It's not them way there, you know. It's the same, but it's different. But the reason I'm saying it's similar though is because you go in and getting her shopping for the week or paying for dinner or paying for this or paying for that. If you give her the money, she'd probably use, unless she's an idiot, she'd use it for those same things, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
So it equates to the same thing, but I feel like consciously some people have no conscience. So some people like these twats we're talking about, they don't care. They'll straight up pay. They just want to bust a nut. No diddy. But then on the other hand, you have these men who are like, nah, my conscience bonds me. I'd rather fill up your fridge or so. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But when you look at it, when you put these things next to each other, the end result's still the same. People's eyes still are rolled back, and nuts are still being emptied. Like them ones you have to crack and get the nut out of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fact.
So it's just
bad, man. It's just, I mean, I was asking Stephen, like, how would it ever change? And he rightly said, you know, like, how could it change? Because it's one of the oldest currencies in the book. They say prostitution, not even just currency, but prostitution is the oldest business. Selling sex is the oldest business. Yeah, it's the oldest business. It's always... Before man thought about selling apple and oranges, man did I buy crutches. Yeah, it's something that's always gone on, people. But to see it in real time, it's mad, because some of these youths are like 18, man, and they're with some like big dinner lady, you know, like a dinner lady. I don't know how it was in your day still. I'm a little couple older than you. Old school set dinner lady, yeah. Yeah, let me just break it down. Like when I was coming up, first of all, my dinner ladies, I loved all of them, yeah, because they were like what dinner ladies should have been. But they were like big, fat, you know, like they were past their prime, way past their prime, you know, like health issues in the legs, like big legs, where like a lot of these women are over here. A lot of them women are over here and they're able to pull like a 21-year-old man. And, you know, I'm saying, yo, I don't know how my man's even stomaching that. And not to say that there's nothing wrong with the woman. At one point, she was probably stunning at one point, but you passed it. Once a man, twice a child. You passed it now. You know what I mean? So you're taking advantage. Your time's gone, man. Leave the little youths alone, man. Poverty is a sin. Poverty is a crime or poverty is a sin? Or both? Because look what it's doing, man.
Poverty leads to crime and sin. If everyone, let's think about it though. Let's think about it. Let's say everyone in the world woke up tomorrow. I won't go too far with the exaggeration. So everyone woke up tomorrow a multi-millionaire, yeah? So everyone in the world, Mark, man, woman, child, goat, transformer, whatever, you identify as a fish, a bloody a lamp post, whatever. Everyone's got 100 million in their bank tomorrow, yeah? Tax free, 100 million. Do you think things will get better or worse? In your honest opinion, globally?
Worse.
Break it down to me.
Because all kind of money, what money does is it enhances vices that were already there.
But okay, my point being, I agree.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm using this hypothetical, because these girls and men as well involved in this sex tourism stuff, everyone's got 100 million tomorrow. You don't have to do it anymore.
True.
So if you continue to do so, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
A thief wouldn't have to be a thief anymore.
Real talk.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. Unless you enjoy doing it. Because remember, some people just enjoy the thrill of stealing.
Like people who murder, people who commit ape.
Hold on, don't you remember the number one quote, man? There was a child with a ruby the size of a tangerine. You're forgetting some people just want to see the world, man. There's a lot of cats like that, you know. Remember when he burnt his half of the money? He was only in it for the love. Not only him.
Thankfully, there's not too many.
Forget the Joker. Let me bring it in street terminology for mans on the road then.
Go on.
The Wire, Avon, Marlowe, they didn't care about money. They were in it for the love. Mitch, he didn't care about money.
Particularly Marlowe.
Yeah, he didn't. He literally cared. Remember, he was retired.
Money ain't got no owners, only spenders, bro.
That's it, man. Money ain't got no owners, only spenders.
Omar was my guy, but they shouldn't have made that creative move they took with
Yeah, they shouldn't have made that move still. But what I'm showing you is that a lot of people just want to see the world burn.
It's true.
It's crazy.
Some people just want to thrive. Some people thrive in chaos, you know.
It's true. There's a lot of people. So a lot of people, you're right. The majority would get the 100 mil. I'm not going to steal no more. I'm not going to hold out myself no more. I'm not going to do this no more. But then you'd have another percentage that would still do it.
But you know, there's a flip side. You know, I like to ask people that question because, and everyone at home as well, give me your answers in the comments, the live, whatever. Because I can see both sides of the argument. So certain vices would stop, but the world might still burn, you know, Mark. Because if you think about it, everyone's a multi-millionaire. The price of everything's going to go up. It'll probably be like 5 million for a bag of sugar. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because you know they're always talking about inflation and the value of the dollar versus gold and all. Everything will go for the roof, man. So some people from that 100 mil would become probably billionaires and trillionaires and even more so. And then there'll be other mans who we've probably within a year back in the poorhouse, man.
Facts.
Like, I feel like something like that, because let's be honest, not everyone's sensible and not everyone's good with money. There would literally be a divide. So if everyone came into the state of becoming multi-millionaires, give it another 12 to maybe even 48 months. 36, give 1 year to 3 years. You'd literally have the divide, the uber rich and the poor. That'd be it.
Yeah, it would happen on its own. Literally, if you done a social experiment and you gave 100 people £1 million and you put them in like a small environment. So let's say you put them in you made a small town and you took 100 people from all different backgrounds, all different cultures, all different religions, and you gave them £1 million in currency each. When you came back to that place in 48 months, they would create the class system on their own. That's just how the world works. It took me a long time to realize it, you know.
Facts.
You'd come back and there'd be a percentage that would now be running the place and be way more richer than you left them, and you'd have people that would actually shrink back to poverty because they don't live by a certain standard, live by a certain moral compass, I'd say, because your morals align with your finances, a lot of times. And what I mean by that is, if you're willing to do anything in this life, you will make more money than a man who's not willing to do anything. Because I'm telling you straight, Stephen, and I can say this now, if I was to have been born and raised in this environment, if I couldn't have escaped, I know it's if I was. I know a lot of people are going to say that, but yeah, proper thing. But if I was to be within this environment,
born and raised,
I would hope that with the morals that I have now, if I had them in another lifetime, that, I wouldn't take the path a lot of these men are taking because
Mark,
it's exploitation.
But you wouldn't though, Mark. I don't think you would have the morals. I'm not saying you'll do the effery.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you wouldn't have the morals because, and I know I'm going to sound crazy now, people try and stay with me. This is how you get the multiverse theories. Because people say that from every decision we make and don't make, a universe is created. So, I'll use you because you said yourself for the example, yeah?
Yeah.
Your grandparents never leave Jamaica.
Yeah.
Or going crazy now, that goes far back. Your great whatever never kidnapped from Africa, so you were born here.
Yeah.
So all the lessons learned from slavery passed down to the generation that was first generation born in Jamaica to the second generation who come over born here. So, the first generation who were born in Yard, then the second generation of them who would have born in Yard but come over to England and have their family, who's first generation English Jamaican, then has us and blah blah blah. All of that stuff.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have happened. So maybe a lot of the lessons, I believe, would have been picked up by these experiences. So you probably, your head would be on a total different swivel. I'm not saying you'd keep up effery and all of that and yam fish pie. I'm not taught them thing there, but you might be a different man than the man sitting across from me today. And
that's a good point.
And vice versa.
That's a good point because they say adversity builds character.
Facts.
And adversity, I'm making this up now, this part of it, but I believe adversity helps to build morals too. Mm-hmm. Because like now, if you think about it, Stephen, in the UK, times are hard, man. So
very.
What is a man willing to do to get himself out of the poverty or the so-called poverty?
Money change
situation. What are you willing to do? Are you gonna ruin another life to get to put yourself ahead? Are you gonna take from someone to get yourself ahead? If you think like that, that's what we call short-term thinking.
And there's two, if I'm being honest, this is my first trip out to the Gambia, yeah? There's far too much of that here. So, fortunately, it hasn't happened. Well, no, it has, but not nothing noticeable. So, you want to buy, what can I use as a friggin' example? You want to buy a bottle of water cake, yeah?
Yeah.
For 25, this should be $25, yeah? Which is 20p-ish, whatever. But I might not say, it's 100, which is like £1 something. Yeah, so for that one little instant, you're short-term thinking, I can get over my man and charge him twice, double, or 3 times, or 4 times the price. But obviously, man, I got good connection, so I'm going to speak to a real Gambian. That's $15 really. So instead of me going back and punching off your face and flipping over your little table, I just won't mess with you again. Your short-term thinking has killed a relationship because we got Mark's brethren out here, good brother still. You can call him and he'll go and grab waters and all of this, and we'll use some. Let me not say use. We'll utilize someone like that's talent because he's a trustworthy individual and he'll get the real prices and everything. He'll be back in a timely manner. He don't ask for he don't beg. You know what I'm trying to say?
And the number one thing, Stephen, he is truthful.
Yeah, that's
so. Let me tell you now, because Stephen ain't gonna say it, but this brother, he'll run around and be like, yo, express truth, yo, what you man, anything you man need, whatever man need, this, that. I'm like, come on, bro, it's all good, because we're going on radio out here as well. So the brother come to me and Stephen yesterday, and I'm only saying this just to show you as a thing, and he goes, yo, brothers, I've been saving up for a thing, you know. There's a situation that was wrong with one of his with a communication device, and he was like, "Yo, I've been saving up to get this thing repaired." Now he didn't ask us. We noticed that this device was damaged, and he was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yo, what? Why can't you answer your phone?" See what I mean? He's like, "Oh, I can't answer it because the screen's broken, all of that. So every time you call me, I have to come to your actual room." So I goes, "Nah, man, what does it cost to you to fix? Why ain't you fixed it?" So he's like, I've been saving up to get it fixed, but I'm still like a little way away. So I've gone, "How much does it cost to fix?" And then he's told us the price, and we've gone, "Listen, go and get it fixed," and gave him the money. Now the reason being is because how he's dealt with us here, there's nothing else what we could do, because if we call him and say, "Look, this is the price, what the person's saying, is this the real price?" He'll tell us the truth. He won't try and get over on us. He's not short-term thinking, because the facts are, I'm not trying to give away none of our game plan, but we're here partially on holiday. But the main reason we're here is we're planting seeds.
Give back, man.
We're planting seeds, just put it like that.
Yeah,
so
to give back to the locals, man.
So in that case, long term, a man's gonna benefit working with man. It's not a one time and done. You see what I'm saying, Stephen? Yeah. It's a long term thing. You're gonna eat. You're going to eat, and with I'm the kind of man, you know. I'm the definition of something is worth what you're willing to pay. If I want it, I'm willing to pay whatever for it. Not like to say I'm some rich man or something, but I look at the value in an item. The value don't give me, the item don't value itself. I put the value on the item. You see what I mean? So it's like a man selling a man, how much do you think an ice cold cup of water is going to cost in the desert? It's going to cost a lot, but
life savings.
But you see what I mean? But in Alaska, it's not going to cost a lot, is it? There you go. So that's what I'm trying to show these, man. Long-term thinking. Same in the UK. Long-term thinking. Business relationships, friendships, relationships, work, play, whatever it may be. You have to think long-term, man. You have to.
Do you want?
You know what I mean? This is the Caribbean, Africa, long.
Do you want to? Do you want to be one of those people? You want to be a sneak thief, Mark? So would you rather sneak downstairs to thief one piece of meat from the pot, or live good with people and you get a full dinner every day?
See,
what would you prefer?
I prefer to eat every day.
Okay.
Because I'm a man. You know these old sayings, man? If I give a man a fish, he'll eat today. But if I teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for the rest of his life. So in life, you have to think long term, man. That's the answer to a lot of issues in the UK, Africa, Caribbean, America. And I'm a man who's been to all of these places multiple times now. So I can speak about these things. And not only have I been to these places multiple times, I'm going to these places on open tickets and rare. So I can tell you that is the answer to a lot of the issues going on today. Man need to look past the next year, the next 2 years, the next 3 years. Everything has seasons, man. Everything. Financial problems have seasons. Health has seasons. Eventually everything comes to an end. That's just the way of the world. But everything has its season. No matter whether you're in Africa, Caribbean, UK, wherever you are, everything has its season. As long as you put your head down, you grind hard, and you find God. I don't know if I shouldn't say it like that because I'm spelling it wrong. Grind hard and find God. That's what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Once you do that, you're good. You wouldn't be worried about caught up. And one thing what I will say, like to the girls out here and that, I respect them so much. The ones who don't fall to the foolishness, the ones who don't fall to being tricked out of their body and stuff. I got so much respect for them because you know how hard it is for some of the sisters out here. You know how hard it is for them. So even like there's one sister, she's got a shop not far from here. Yeah. She's not on that. It doesn't matter, she's not on it. She's not on it. When them brothers go in there, it doesn't matter who it is, she's not on it. She's trying to find love.
She wants to sell her goods and that's it.
Yeah, she wants to sell goods and that.
I mean the goods in the shop.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. She's just trying to sell the items in her shop. If you don't want none of them items, nothing else is for sale.
Keep it moving.
You get me? So she showed us about certain Daves and Barry and that who are going in there trying to buy crutches and all that. It's disrespect, man. Like, and to take advantage of a situation like that's crazy.
Because some
get me? And it's different for man who's on here on holiday, like I said. You get what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, we're here. Because I don't want to talk what we're going to do at here.
Yeah, we ain't talking our business. But
no, I mean, like, because I wanted to save it for some vlogs, innit?
Oh, okay, yeah, say no more, say no more.
Because we're planning on doing some stuff to give back, innit? This trip and future trips as well. But I don't want to talk, you just... As you see, we ain't even been talking lately, it's just action.
Yeah, we just pop up, that's how we're moving.
This is what I'm saying, it's disrespect because what's the like monthly wage out here? What's it equate to sometimes? 60, 70 pounds?
And that's a good job.
Yeah. And you might be working every day, 5-6 days a week, 12 hours. And these guys know this. So one man will be like, like some of them guys, I'll give you double that if you come home with me and that. So like, it's hard enough you're working in these long hours, low paying jobs, but then you got a man trying to coerce you.
That's real coercion.
That's real coercion. Yeah. Trying to coerce you into, come back to my hotel and all that. Rare. A man are talking about proudly, I sleep with them all bareback and all.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, I'm telling you now, a lot of these sisters...
I could have cut a geese in his face, man.
A lot of these sisters, there's no way that they're lying down with these man and feeling Chris. I'm telling you, because these man, a man even told me he's got to pop 2 blues, 3 blues to make the sin thing stand up. But he's lucky, man. It's only because Stephen was there, like that. It calmed down a little bit because it got a bit animated. Still, I'm not gonna lie, but the disrespect's real, man. And don't get it twisted. Just because man ain't from Gambia, like. Fact, like these people are like close to they're like very similar in it.
Yeah,
they're very similar to how we move. You get me?
I can like it's a big up Berryman to Lever. Like you seen on the vlog, if you haven't, link somewhere. I don't know what we put, so we always go link somewhere. If you haven't seen that, go and watch that now. That vlog itself focuses more on people wanting to come over. More so those of the Caribbean diaspora, only because, not saying it just has to be them, but because we are from that diaspora, so you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So
it kind of focuses more on that, but you don't have to be from that diaspora to enjoy it and take in the information. But we were just talking about like why people, for an example, why children of the Caribbean are coming home to these places instead of technically home Jamaica, you know what I mean? Things of that nature. How easy is it to make the transition and stuff? We're gonna do some follow-ups as well, because we've had some questions.
Get your questions in.
So people, if you have any questions about like moving from the UK, how it'll work and stuff, if you have any specific questions, we will present those to Berman and Saliba before we leave. Just thinking the easiest thing to do. Patreons, just send your questions on Patreon. Everyone else, you can write them in the comments. We check the comments, or DM the Instagram Express Truth Show, and just be like, can you ask this, or just ask us and we'll ask it on. Just say, if you want it to be anonymous, say anonymous. If not, man can just say, John Smith 17 asked. We'll drop it like that.
Yeah, man. No, so people, look, we wanted to try and go a full hour, but the battery's dying on this thing, man. So we're gonna let this thing off, but we got a lot more content coming.
So don't worry about it.
A lot more vlogs and that. We're gonna do some stuff in the village and that as well. Just stay tuned. Patreons, just stay tuned. We're doing our thing, man. So that's it. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure to tap into the vlogs. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. We out of here, man. It's the Express Truth Show.
Gang.